getting a college wrestling scholarship, how much money can you expect to get? A couple of things. Number one, a fully funded wrestling program only has 9.9 scholarships for their entire team. If there's 40 guys on the team, they give, let's say, 10 full rides, 30 guys are walk-ons. Basketball and football, if you get a scholarship, it's guaranteed a full ride. That's how they do those sports. Wrestling and most other sports, you can get partial scholarships. So generally that's the case. You know, a tremendous wrestler might get 50%, but if you have tremendous grades, 3.5 or higher, 23 to 25 on your ACT, then there's, for most of the public school universities, you can expect to maybe get, I don't know, 10, 20% more scholarship money from the academic side, which doesn't affect the university's 9.9 total. Do not expect to get a $100,000 free college degree because you were a wrestler. Maybe if you're a cadet or junior world champion, 3-time junior national champion, yes. Most guys who get a college wrestling scholarship are probably going for around 20 to 30%. You are very, very, very wise to focus on making sure that your grades and test scores are very high. It can open the floodgates for you. But there's not a lot of full rides out there. Secondly, you might say, well, I got a 20% scholarship to go to the University of Illinois, but I am from Oklahoma, so I have to pay 70% of my school, or 80% of my school. I think I said 20%. 80% of my school if I got a 20% scholarship, but it's out-of-state tuition. So if I'm from Oklahoma and maybe the University of Oklahoma is offering you, 5% or whatever, just maybe books or something, and you're covering the rest of it in-state, from a financial standpoint, you're probably better off going to OU, because generally out-of-state tuition can be about 3 times as expensive per credit hour. So you have to weigh that in. The bottom line is, you're not going to make money out of college wrestling. I remember my brother won the NCAA title in '93 for Nebraska, and one of the boosters was like, "Congratulations, Tony. If you were a baseball player, you'd be worth about $10 million right now." And Tony just kind of laughed and said, "Thanks." So you're not going to make money in wrestling as an athlete. You're just not going to. You're not going to get a $10 million contract like a basketball player can, or someone. But 99.99999% of the baseball, football, and basketball players don't either. So just quit thinking about, oh, I'm going to make money wrestling. You're not. But neither are, if you're a basketball player watching this, you're probably not either, okay? How many LeBron Jameses are there? Let's be honest. So let's just quit acting like, I only wrestle so that I can get a $150,000 free college education. Because number one, you're not going to get one. They're going to give you 20% probably. Now, sure, if you're the LeBron James of wrestling and you win 2 world titles while you're in high school, sure, you might be able to. I'm going to get out of this wind. You wrestle because you want to wrestle. You want to chase your goals. You want to chase your dreams. You want to be on ESPN. You want to wrestle in the Big Ten championships. Or maybe you want to wrestle for your local college. Maybe there's an awesome Division II school, or Augsburg University, one of the top Division III schools. Maybe there's a great NAIA wrestling program, that's 2 hours away, and that's where your girlfriend's going. And you want to go down there, and you want to be a wrestler there. Awesome. Knock yourself out. It doesn't matter if you're wrestling for Ohio State or a small university. It's very exciting. You're doing it because you are an athlete, not because you're chasing money. You need to get a job and make money. That's how you get money, right? You're not going to wrestle for money. You're not going to make money when your wrestling career is over because someone's paying you to be a professional wrestler. Even Jordan Burroughs and these guys, they don't make money. They get paid from a kind of a athletic fund, right? The Olympic Dream Foundation, I think it is. Rich people give money, they get a tax write-off. right? They give a few $1,000,000 that comes off their taxable income. They save 600 grand a year in taxes because they donate to these nonprofit foundations. They take that money, they divvy it up, they invest it, they take the interest, and then they pay Jordan Burroughs and these guys, $50,000 a year so they can continue their training. So even the top Olympic wrestlers, they're not professional athletes. They're getting paid. They're amateur athletes still, right? If you want to do professional wrestling, you got to get a mask and do the TV wrestling with the turnbuckles and stuff. So that's a little bit about it. Now, how do you earn a wrestling scholarship? It's impossible. Okay, so if you want to be a YMCA wrestler, you can do that for free. If you want to be an NCAA wrestler, it's going to cost you some money. You cannot be in a small town in Idaho and expect some famous college coach to find you in the middle of a potato field because you won 2 Idaho state titles. You have got to go to some of the big national tournaments and compete toe-to-toe. And if you compete toe-to-toe with the top guys in America, then some bigger schools will take interest. If you're competing toe-to-toe with some of the maybe lower level guys, well, then the smaller schools will take interest, right? But you have to go to the big tournaments, and you have to jump on a plane or in a car and go to 2 of these a year. You have to go to camps. Camps cost money. I had a kid, he was like, hey, what's the odds of me coming to your camp for free? And I was like, I'll let you in my camp for free, but you have to get a hotel. You want to come to 10-day camp. You get a hotel for 10 days and you cover your own meals. I'll give you the 10-day camp for free. And back 5 days later, he's like, well, my mom says a hotel's going to cost, $100 a night. I'm like, bingo. See, when I charge money for my camp, I don't make all that money. All right, we served 26,000 meals last year. 26,000. You think I get that food for free? No, I got a $1.2 million training center. You think I have that paid off yet? No, right? So it's going to cost you money to come to my camp or any other camp because, if you're serving 26,000 meals and you're spending $100 grand or something just on food, a couple $100 grand operating costs, right? It's called the economy and the marketplace, and that's how it works. People say, I want to go to Fargo, but it's too expensive. No, entry fee to go to Fargo is $50. What's expensive are the plane tickets. What's expensive is the travel. What's expensive is if you're going to stay in a hotel for 7 nights, the hotel is going to charge you $130 a night. There's $1,000 right there. Fargo, the high school national tournament is not expensive. It's $50, right? If I wanted to eat a steak dinner in Germany and it's going to cost $8,000 to fly over there and stay for a week, whatever, you can't say, wow, that steak in Germany is expensive. No, the steak's $22. It's getting there, right? So that's the expense. So, like I said, if you want to be an NCAA wrestler, it's going to cost some money. If you want to be a YMCA wrestler, you can probably do that for free. So, you're not going to make $100 grand wrestling. You're not going to make $1 million a year being a professional athlete after your college career, because there are no such things. You might make a couple grand a month off the college, the Olympic Dream Foundation. And you're not going to get a college wrestling scholarship to a famous college without getting the training and going to camps and hitting the big tournaments and getting noticed. And if you can, and if you do go to the big tournaments, you actually need to compete well and win those. And if you have a coach who's an awesome dude, but he's a chiropractor, and your other coach roofs houses, right? Or maybe your high school coach is a cool dude, but he's a football coach, and he knows just enough about wrestling to help. That might not be the training you need. You might need to go to a wrestling camp. You might need to get into a batting cage with a professional hitting coach if you want to be a great baseball player. That hitting coach has to send his kids to college too, so he's going to charge you money. So as far as the money side of it, I think it's important that we just have a reality check and understand what exactly is going on. So, get the training, go to the tournaments, compete well, get a small wrestling scholarship, dive in, go crazy, be a wrestler, live out your wrestling dreams, and be excited about where you're at. And then, whatever college you have to pay for that's left over. All right. Whatever, he don't listen. Whatever college is left over, you have to pay for it, right? So, there's my spiel on how it is. Good luck.